Welcome to the moral science class. Today I would like to discuss with you about the environment, concern for environment, concern for environment. What do you mean by concern? Environment, you know. What about the concern? Concern means we think of the environment, thinking for the environment. This is the meaning. We have to think for environment. Why should we think for environment? What is an environment? First of all, environment is the surroundings of various things. Our houses, the buildings, the roads, the vehicles, the air, the water, the trees, the people, the animals and the birds, and all that we are surrounded of. We are surrounded by, not surrounded of, we are surrounded by. Whatever things we are surrounded by is our environment. And we become the part of that surrounding and part of the environment. So we are part of the environment. And you know that if environment is polluted, how difficult it is to live. And therefore we should think for our environment. Keep our environment clean. Keep our environment gone, lasting. Now, dear children, today, as in the moral science, today we are dealing with the moral science and the environment has come. The cleanliness of environment is needed. Cleanliness of environment we are going to discuss. Cleanliness of environment meaning the cleanliness, that clean, we have to keep our environment clean. Today we know that 72% of pollution. First of all, there are various types of pollution, but air pollution is the first and foremost pollution. If air is polluted, then everything is polluted. And our life becomes very, very hazardous, dangerous, hazardous. And therefore, we think for the environment, the keeping of cleanly environment. So, keep the environment clean. Keep the cleanliness. For it is said that cleanliness is next to godliness. I repeat, cleanliness is next to godliness. Godliness. Okay. So, what do you mean by this? If our mind is clean, our heart is clean, our body is clean, then everything has to be clean. It is that how can you keep your environment dirty and keep your body clean? How can your environment is dirty and how can your mind be clean? And therefore, cleanliness of our environment, the cleanliness is of our mind, our body, our soul, atta, everything has to be clean. And but first and foremost, we need to keep our environment clean. Now, environment is, as we are talking about moral science, I would like to emphasize the cleanliness of environment and surroundings and so many other, and the two types of cleaning. One is physical cleaning. One is physical cleaning. The other one is the spiritual cleaning, or let us say social cleaning, spiritual cleaning. Now, I am joining this social cleaning and spiritual cleaning together and saying that not social cleaning, but spiritual cleaning. See, we know the pollution, we pollute, we throw the garbage here and there, and then things are littered, and then everything is getting rotten, and then pollution comes. Bad odor comes. The air is not clean, the road is not clean, our land is not clean, water is not clean. We know that. But have you ever think of the cleanliness of the society? Society, spiritual cleaning. When there is a spiritual cleaning, mental cleaning, heart cleaning, mind cleaning and heart cleaning and body cleaning, then there is a cleanliness among the people, cleanliness of the behavior. There is a true love, true friendship, true brotherhood. If not, then that is enmity, fight, grudges, cheating, robbery, quarrel, all these things will come. Discontentment, unhappiness among the society. We are not talking to the people next to us, our neighbors. What they are doing and what we are doing, they neither we know about their doing, what they do and how they are living, and they don't know how we are living and all that. We have built the compound, and we are not allowing ourselves to move outside. We are in a cocoon, cocoon you know, cocoon you don't know. You know the silkworm? Yes. Silkworm makes it home and it does not keep the door and remains inside until it becomes one day the butterfly and comes out. So it cuts open the house, its house. That remaining inside is known as cocoon. Cocoon, small shell. It makes like an egg and then inside it remains caterpillar. And then once it becomes this one what called butterfly, then only it comes. So I am talking on that basis. So we should not be so selfish, so confined to ourselves. We should be open. We should should meet our neighbors. We should talk to our neighbors. We should go around, mix with people. It is said that no man is an island. And those who are living in the island, they go depression. And so many diseases coming. Why it is so many diseases? Because of all these things. And so, dear children, today I would like to emphasize the environment cleaning, that is physical cleanliness, that I am not going to divide so much, but spiritual cleaning. Today, our thought pattern has become very, very limited. We don't think about others. We just we are just thinking of ourselves. And if anybody imposes our thought and says that you do that, then who are you? We start questioning. Who are you to tell me that? It is not there. We don't think the good of others. We don't think of the good of the people around us. We say, who are you to tell me? If anybody come and suggest something, then we see. This is our answer. And that is not good, not correct. And so, here in our lesson today, environment has to be both physically clean and socially also clean, spiritually clean. That the togetherness in the society, togetherness in the family has to be taught. Today, the mobile yug, the age of mobile has come. People are sitting here and there. All are busy in they are busy in the mobile. Just surfing surfing mobile. They don't talk. If father and son, they are sitting in the reading room or in the drawing room, what they do? They are sitting. Father is sitting in one corner, mother is sitting in another corner, son, daughter, they are sitting in the corner, and all of them have the mobile, and all they are doing it. Dear children, I am not simply saying, it may not be in your house, but I have seen. I have seen in a family. Earlier, when this system was not there, mobile was not so much, it was there, social sites were not there. At that time, they were sitting and talking, chatting, or putting on the TV and just watching TV, one program, one family, one program. Now they have got their own mobile set, and so all they don't talk. Good. And so I am telling all these things, and based on this I will make the questions, and you'll write. And so this is I am telling that we should have the this cleanliness should be one. If we keep this all this, then our environment should go on. It will not last. So cleanliness is next to godliness. Please think of these proverbs. This proverb you should think and do that. Okay. So keep this lesson. Read this lesson. All based on what I said. This lesson is talking about all the cleanliness of this different activities and incident it is giving, but all are gearing to focusing the cleanliness of the environment and cleanliness of the society, and the thinking pattern, how we think about others. And so let us think that our society is one. We should spread love and brotherhood. We should interact with each other. We should interact with our family. We interact with our society, society members, and our neighbors next to our door. And so there is a happy family, happy stay. So this is what our lesson is telling us today, that we should have the concern for the thinking for the environment, both physical environment and social environment, and spiritual environment also.